Seahawks have won the Super Bowl. They beat New England Patriots 29-13. And Kenneth Walker is the MVP. And you know what? Their defense showed out and showed up today, man. It was clinical from the Seattle Seahawks defense. They were everywhere. You know, Drake May, he couldn't do nothing with that defense, man. Or that offense, should I say. It was literally one-sided. I know that Seattle Seahawks was the favourites going into the game. Um, but listen, you still got to go out there and do your thing. And you know what? They pulled out the bag. 12th, as they call themselves, man. You know what I'm saying? The dark side. Um, you know what? The game itself was very a slow-paced game, if that makes sense. Like, it wasn't offense orientated. Like, it wasn't a high-scoring game like that. Um, I mean, Seattle had, I think it was five field goals. You know, they got higher up the field, but they couldn't get a touchdown until the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? Where it got interesting. But overall, the game, man, the game plan from Seattle Seahawks was top. Drake May, he had no offense at all, man, and that was always gonna be the problem. Um, Seahawks were the best defense in the whole league all year, and they showed tonight why there was. You know what I mean? Little to none errors, man. Apart from the touchdown. Other than that, they were sound. They were complete. Um, they sacked May multiple times. Um, and yeah, bro. You know what I mean? It's Drake May second season. I wouldn't say that it was too bright for him, but he just didn't show up today. You know what I mean? And then the guy on the opposite team, Sam Darnold, managed the game really well for his offense. And you know what? His defense pretty much bailed him out because he didn't really do much himself. But as I said, he got his team up the field and they scored their field goals to get a comfortable lead in the first half and then to shut the whole game. But listen, man, they done it. Crazy, man. I think they're probably the best team in the league, um, offensively and defensively. The only team that really gave them a good run for their money was the Rams 2 weeks ago, um, in the championship game. But today itself, Kenneth Walker ran the whole show. Literally, I know he's a running back, but he ran the whole show because Seattle couldn't really do much of their offense apart from him. He was their answer, um, and Patriots had no answer for him. Put it that way, man. Um, and the fact that again he had a great season coming into the game. Um, Listen, the O line, everything just worked well. You know, um, he didn't even get a touchdown, but his impact was pretty much there. You know, no touchdown, 27 carries, 135 yards. Um, Listen, it was top. I was a bit disappointed with Jackson Smith and Jigba. He had an injury around like the middle of the game. He didn't really get going. Cooper Cup didn't really do much either. It was the defense. Both defense played well, and Christian Gonzalez as well. He really stood out to me for the New England Patriots. But ultimately, the better team won. You know, the better team won on the night, and in the season they were the best team. You know what I mean? You can't really say much than that, man. The score again was 29-13. And I pretty much predicted a high scoring game, to be fair. Um Not a blowout, but I did feel like there was gonna be more touchdowns for both teams, but that wasn't the case. Um but yeah, listen, man. Seattle managed to win their second Super Bowl, and get their get their revenge on the Patriots. You know what I mean? And let's see where Seattle can go through and go to from here, man. You know what I mean? Can it be a dynasty? Sam Donald has bounced around the league. I think it's his 15th. So what a comeback story for him it is. You know, maybe they can take him a bit more seriously now that he's got the chip. Not many players make it to the Super Bowl. He managed to do that, and yeah, bro, the only one that really seems like they done themselves wrong was probably Minnesota Vikings for not signing him when they did. He goes on and wins a Super Bowl, man. Super Bowl 60 to be precise. You know what I mean? And listen, they were top, man. They were top. You know what I mean? Um, just a really good bunch of players. You know what I mean? Shout out Mike McDonald. Um, you know what I mean? But listen, their defense was top. You know what I mean? DeMarcus Lawrence, um, Weatherspoon, with you know what I'm saying? Woodland. They showed up today, man. And you can't forget Nick Imanoweri. You know what I'm trying to say? The better team won in the night. The better team won um the 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 Super Bowl as a whole. I don't feel like no one could really lay a glove on them all year, man. And you know what they always say: defense win you championships, and is exactly what it was today, man. Um, but as for the New England Patriots, they got many more years in terms of their quarterback to make another rerun. But tonight wasn't their night. They'll probably go back to the drawing board and kick on for next season. Drake May, you know, he fell short today, but overall, he's had a good season. Um, you know, finishing runners up, second place to Matt Stafford in the regular season MVP. Um, and listen, he's got many more years to get to this stage and probably win it, but today wasn't his night. Um, Same thing with Mike. Um, and yeah, they managed to make it here, and that's a good thing. It shows that they're in the right direction and they can make a rerun next year or maybe the following year. But Seattle Seahawks done their thing today, and I don't feel like no one can take that away from them. Again, Kenneth Walker, MVP. Yeah, man, just a top performance, and their defense, man, brought it home. But listen, it's been your boy Flow State Hands. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? One half of Emotional Sports. I'm out, man.